You're tuned in to Think and Drink with Money and Monster, the show where trivia, drinks, and comedy collide. You are invited to join in on the fun with Money and Monster while they think and drink. How many questions can you get right? Grab a drink, have a think, and find out.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Think and Drink with Money and Monster, the trivia show where we ask each other Trivial Pursuit questions. And my cat shows up. In order to earn tokens. Oops, I just put all my chips away. In order to play Connect Four. The first to Connect Four wins.
Yeah, I think she's becoming addicted to this.
I know. What's the score?
The score is 11 you, 8 me.
Okay. And today we're playing the 90s edition. And remember on the side it says what year the questions are from.
Yes. My favorite.
So, I feel like it's funny you have the biggest glass and I just have a tiny glass. Cheers.
That's what she said.
I don't know how that's funny.
I was stretching.
That's straight whiskey.
Oh, it was that good.
Quit it.
Oh, here we go.
1999. No. I'm sorry. I don't know how to read. 1990.
I got 92.
90 as well. What 15-year-old actress documented her 6 years of drug and alcohol woes in the autobiography Little Girl Lost?
Hold on. She was 15-year-old, but she was logging her 6 years of drugs use?
Mm-hmm.
At like age 9?
It'll make sense once you hear it, but you got to think about it a little bit.
15-year-old actress.
Documented her 6 years of drug and alcohol woes.
Anne Hathaway?
No. Drew Barrymore.
That's news to me. She was on drugs after E.T.?
Mm-hmm.
E.T. drove her, a 9-year-old to drugs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that movie was, that would do it. Damn you, Steve. All right. What Long Island rappers were shelled with a $2.1 million lawsuit for sampling the Turtles' 1968 hit You Showed Me? I didn't know they were from Long Island.
Can I read it? That was really long. That was a lot of words.
Half of my questions
were shelled with a Turtles. You showed me. What Long Island rappers?
I don't remember that song.
I'm going to go with Belle Biv DeVoe.
No. And it was De La Soul.
I was just thinking of the 90s. That was like as 90s as I could get.
I didn't know they were from Long Island. That's still, now you know.
What company sparked the spread of digital photography with its photo CD system?
Kodak?
Correct.
Innovators. Across the board. What LucasArts computer game introduced the unlikely hero Guybrush Threepwood? Guybrush Threepwood? It really, is that a...
Threep. I would say Threep. Three. Threepwood.
Threep?
Or Therap. What did you say? Unlikely hero Guybrush Threepwood.
I do not remember this one.
The Adventures of Guybrush Threepwood.
The Secret of Monkey Island. I do not remember that game.
Oh, I feel like I don't know.
I don't remember.
What Saturday Night Live cast member based one of his best-loved characters on his mother-in-law?
1990. Based on his mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta name the actor.
Correct. You have to name the Saturday Night Live alum.
So many. I don't know who. I don't remember who was on the show in 1990.
But think of who played women, because he based his character on his mother-in-law. So which dudes played women?
Chris Farley?
No, Mike Myers.
I don't remember that skit.
I don't know exactly which one they're talking about. I can only imagine they're talking about the one where he plays, I can't think of her name, but heavily accented, like New York woman with big hair and big nails and big dresses and big shoulder pads.
Okay.
She's always like gushing on about Barbara Streisand.
I don't know. I'll have to YouTube a clip. What Kevin Costner film was the first Western to win the Best Picture Oscar since Simmering?
Dances with Wolves.
In 1931. It was Dances with Wolves.
What TV character's bejeweled corpse sparkled an interest in half-heart necklaces?
The first part, which?
I don't think you've seen this TV show because I feel like we were talking about it recently.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm burping. What TV character's bejeweled corpse sparked an interest in half-heart necklaces, like the Best Friends, the B-Fry, or the Estens?
I don't know.
Laura Palmer.
Still don't know.
Twin Peaks.
Yeah, I feel like we did. You were talking about that.
Yeah, because you need to watch it.
Oh. What was the most popular name for U.S. baby boys for 9 years during the 90s?
Jason.
Close. Michael.
There's
A
lots
lot
of
of Michaels out there.
There's a lot of Jasons.
True.
You know, one of my favorite lines from a movie, the Disney version of Hercules, and one of the little imps was voiced by Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh yeah.
And he says, they grab Hercules. He's one of the imps, and the other guy's the imp, and they go, and they get the wrong baby or something. And he's like, Hercules is a very popular name these days. Don't you remember back a few years ago when every other boy was named Jason and all the girls were named Brittany? And that was like, Hercules was like right in the middle of the 90s.
Gotcha.
Anyways. I could probably quote that whole movie. That's probably my favorite Disney animated movie.
Okay.
Anyways, all right.
I think it's my question now. Yeah.
Did you answer the question about jeweled necklaces?
Yeah.
All right. What nation did the U.S. government attempt to broadcast democratic propaganda to via TV Marty? M-A-R-T-I. What nation?
I don't know.
Think about it. What nation in the 90s did we try to turn democratic?
What nation in the 90s? Some European nation. Answer, please.
Cuba.
Sure. What biological project featured a fierce rivalry between teams led by Craig Venter and Francis Collins? What biological project featured a fierce rivalry between teams led by Craig Venter?
I think it was mapping the human genome. The first to map the human genome.
Yes.
Because it was the 90s. Am I right? Or are you just saying that?
You're right.
Yeah. I was going to say the first to the South Pole, but then I was like, I think that's really, really, really wrong.
Mm.
What nation did the U.S. government... What Czech-born puckster was the last NHL player named league MVP in the 90s?
Wayne Gretzky.
Jarome Yager.
Oh, good old Jaeger bomber?
I guess.
All right. What baseball slugger did Felipe Alum dub El Gran Gato, or the Big Cat?
Baseball slugger did Felipe. Who did he call that?
You might as well hold on to it. I can't pronounce his name. So once you answer it, flip it over.
Oh, you can't announce.
What is going on back here, adventurous one?
It's really too bad people can't see her because it's all black on the TV. But for us, it's bright green, and she's very noticeable.
Yeah, see?
Baseball
Silly.
Moises Alou.
That is incorrect.
Oh, we were just talking about Andres Galarraga just the other day.
I don't think it was we.
I was talking about Andres Galarraga. I was talking about Andres Galarraga because there was the whole debate. Is Russell Wilson going to get booed when Denver comes to play the Seahawks? And I said probably, because Seahawks fans are a bunch of... And then I said, when Galarraga went to play for the Braves and they came to Colorado, nobody booed him. Nobody. Because people from Colorado have class.
Except for when they're in theaters.
Oh, geez. Really? You're going to go there? One guy murders a bunch of people.
Colorado.
Because there's no serial killers here.
Look. Ours ventured off. Oh, no. He stayed here. All right, whatever.
The Green River is like 2 miles away. Just for the record.
I think it's less than that. All right. Whose question is it now?
I ask you. What did Alfred Wolfram do to 8,001 people in 8 hours at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival to set a new world record?
Yodeled.
No, he kissed them.
That's how you get diseases.
At minimum, you're going to catch a cold.
You just go around kissing 8,000 people?
8,001.
Wow.
In 8 hours. I would like someone to do the math on that, please.
I feel like that's longer than needed. Like, was he was really...
Well, I'm thinking that the record maybe was 8,000 because he did 8,001. Right. It seems very specific.
God, his lips had to be chapped.
I don't really want to think about it.
I'm just trying to figure out the details. Where is it all women, men and women? Was there animals involved? I don't know.
It says due to 8,001 people. So I'm thinking some guys went up for a little smooch.
Who in 1990? How do you get that out to the public?
Well, it was at a Renaissance festival. Very lighthearted bunch of people at a Renaissance festival.
8,000 of them, and
they got mead in them. They're just ready for frolicking.
Let's just say he got half. That's a big festival, and that's still that percentage of half. Anyways,
I think you're jealous.
Kudos to him, man. Kudos to him. All right. What former D.C. mayor managed to get reelected 4 years after FBI video of him smoking crack earned him 6 months in jail?
Oh, wait, are you kidding about that part?
I didn't know he got reelected.
Are you kidding about the smoking crack part?
No, but I actually just saw something about him on American Greed not too long ago.
I need to see it. That was really long.
Yeah, I was watching.
Get reelected 4 years after. I mean, smoking crack.
No, it wasn't him I was watching. It was the other mayor of Detroit that I was watching.
I can't think of any mayors of D.C. in the 90s.
Let's just say he didn't. Yeah.
I don't know. Who was it?
Marion Barry.
Oh, I've heard that name before. Yeah. Didn't know he was a crackhead.
I mean, he's one of those. He just,
He just got caught.
He didn't listen to Whitney when she said crack is whack.
What company was formed when IBM sold off its Selectric and printer divisions.
Hewlett Packard.
Lexmark.
What?
I don't know.
They didn't last. All right. What? They probably are just a different company now. That's huge. What 3-digit HTTP error code indicates a web page that no longer exists?
401.
Oh, you're so close.
Is it 501?
No, now you're really far away.
It's 401.
It is 404.
404. Oh, dang. I was thinking 401k. I was mixing up my pensions and my error
You're
pages.
so like, ugh.
I even got an error 404 today.
On your Android?
No, on my computer at work. I went to the wrong thing.
Oh.
I was going to like a hidden web page. Because it was like a beta test.
Oh.
And so there was like no link. I had to physically type in a URL.
Gotcha.
And I screwed up and I got a 404 error.
There you go.
Dang it.
And we're on a dry spell.
What drama series was filmed in Washington State, just down the road from the site of Twin Peaks?
Northern Exposure.
Correct. Oh, we're going up, are we?
I'm trying to. What PBS series did Dick Cheney send to Iraq to inspire Norman Schwarzkopf to be more...
Schwarzkopf.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Schwarzkopf to be more aggressive. Why would he want him to be more aggressive?
Because he wanted to win. He wanted peace in the Middle East.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I remember Norman Schwarzkopf.
What?
Wasn't he blonde?
PBS show.
Series. What PBS series did Dick Cheney send to Iraq to inspire Norman
Schwarzkopf
to be more aggressive? It was a series about something. Not Sesame Street. I'll give you that one. Let's get knocked out.
Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Gosh, I can't think.
Man from the show.
This Old House.
It was the Civil War.
Okay, whatever.
Right.
Can't you keep a lot? She made me lose my card.
She is turning into a attention whore.
Oh gosh, where
is it? In the crack? Is it deep in there? And then she just leaves you. She sautés away. Is that it? Saute? Sachets?
Oh, sachet.
Sachets away.
Somehow it went so far through the crack it went to the floor.
It does that in there?
I don't know, man. Okay. What nuts did Hershey's boldly stuff inside Kisses at the dawn of the decade?
Dawn, I feel like that's a setup. And I feel like it's not going to be a peanut. It's going to be an almond.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. What plastic-bodied car started production in Spring Hill, Tennessee in 1990? So what plastic-bodied?
Saturn.
It was the Saturn.
Yeah, what'd I say? Those plastic
Saturn.
pieces of...
Yes, it is the Saturn.
It's a barn burner.
Here we go again. How do you... I hope throughout your week, like when you're at work and stuff, you just throw that out there too.
I don't.
Now you will. It's gonna be in your mind.
We used to have contests at work. We would pick a strange word, like an old timey kind of word, and the first person who could take a patient back and sneak it into an exam won.
You guys are like doing Super Trooper stuff. Like every time you say meow,
Kinda.
That's pretty good.
We didn't play it a lot. We played it a couple times. One of my favorites was Hogwash. This old lady was telling me about how much the co-pays were on her medication.
That's an easy response. Like, that's hogwash.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty good.
Hang on. What position in the U.S. government was Dr. Antonio Novello both the first woman and the first Hispanic to hold?
In the White House?
Position in the U.S. government. But it might be like a cabinet position. It might be kind of a White House-y position. What's up with the tail, bro?
Who's the speaker that goes out and speaks for the president before they come out?
Oh, that's like the press secretary.
There you go. She was the press secretary.
False. She was a surgeon general.
Okay. Shoots. What convenience store chain began playing elevator music outside its stores to discourage teenagers from loitering?
7-Eleven.
How the hell do you know that?
I feel like I've heard that before. Did I just win again?
You did. You did. Oh, for Pete's sake. Poor 7-Eleven, because it didn't work.
No.
Well, maybe it did for a brief period, and it drove the employees crazy. Hear elevator music. They should do that now for the...
No, put them right to sleep. They already sleep out front.
I was trying not to say anything.
That got a little political and angry real fast.
Yeah, I was trying not to say anything. Nicely done. 2 in a row, man. You really get all butthurt when you start losing.
I don't like to lose.
It's all serious. Nicely done, though. That was good.
Thanks. Wait, that was close. That was close. You only lost by 1.
True.
So, good
I
job.
just felt like when you get a bad string of numbers or questions, it's like, screw it. Let's just...
Well, I think everything we read was from 1990, which, I mean...
Still better than the 80s questions.
I mean, 1990 was basically the 80s. It was like 80s light.
I'll take the light.
Like we were still wearing neon-colored windbreaker suits
What are you talking about?
in 1990.
Those haven't gone out.
Unfortunately, they're back. You know what I really want? I always look for one when we go to Goodwill.
Let me guess. You want a fishing vest with all the pockets.
No.
They're back.
This guy, he sees a fishing vest. What was that store in the mall? PacSun or
PacSun, I think.
It wasn't PacSun. I don't think PacSun exists anymore. I don't know what store it was. Was it It wasn't H&M. Zoomies? Was it Zoomies?
I honestly don't remember.
It was one of them.
It was a young teenagers shopping store.
The mannequin had on like the fishing vest. And this guy wanted to relive it.
Because I started that trend in high school.
You didn't start it, honey.
I started it in high school. From 96 to 99, your boy was out there rocking the pockets with the fish.
Have you ever been fishing in your life?
Okay, that doesn't count if they're doing it for... That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
It's like the kids that wore bowling shoes to school, but they never went bowling.
They started that trend.
I want a members-only jacket.
Everyone had members-only jackets.
I know. I want one now.
They're so expensive.
I know. I want to find one at Goodwill.
I used to go there for them. I had a burgundy, a white one. The white one was like extra medium, so I wore it like a T-shirt because it came up to here.
Schmedium?
Extra medium. It's between small and medium.
What's extra? What is it? The extra on the small side or the medium side?
You pick.
I don't think it works that way.
Extra medium. But the fishing vest, high school, rocking it over the T-shirt. I got my gum in one pocket. I got trading cards in the other.
Did you have it over a hypercolor T-shirt?
I like to think so. It was a really like forest green.
Were you wearing a snap bracelet?
You mean one of those that you do like that? No. Wow.
Did you have Jenko jeans on?
No.
Actually, that was like the late 90s.
I don't think
In the early 90s, I was still pegging my jeans.
I don't think black people were wearing Jinko jeans. So.
Oh, was that a white person thing? Well, I grew up in like Whiteyton, so I wouldn't know.
I think when I gotta think.
Hi, Bubba's.
Was Carl Kanai out then?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly. No, maybe we were Jinko jeans. I don't know. I didn't have money for jeans. I was a sports star. I wore windbreakers and Adidas windbreakers, tearaways. I wore sports stuff. I didn't wear jeans. I think I may own one pair of jeans in all of high school.
You know who doesn't care about this as much as me?
Oh, shut it up.
All those people. All them out there.
Shut it up.
So with that, we're going to say goodnight.
Such an ass.
Bye, everybody.